Here's an upper body warm up for you. Gentle movements to begin, but towards the end it's got a little bit of a burnout for you to get them really warmed up and ready to go. So circle those arms around, a little heel tap out to the front, and then change directions and circle to the back. I like to do movement with my lower body as well. Just gentle movement so that I can work on things like coordination and balance instead of just standing still while I move my upper body. Here, bringing the elbows back behind you to really engage your lats and get your shoulder blades moving and warm. And then push those hands up at an angle, pushing through the fingers. Extend your arms all the way out. Yeah, now pushing down to the floor. Don't just go through the motion, really make that movement intentional. And then lead these circles with your elbow. Start to get a little bend in the knees, a little twist at the waist. Have some fun with it. Change directions, move it back. Really pushing through that whole range of motion in the shoulder. The shoulder is a very mobile joint. It needs movement in all planes and all directions to get it fully utilized and fully warmed up. Little gaiters here, elbows as far together in the front as you can get them, and then really pressing back. My hips are starting to move a little bit, starting to feel the whole vibe of exercise coming in. Roll your shoulders up and back. Up and back. Shake them out a little bit if you're starting to feel the burn. Sometimes it's nice to tug your wrist a tiny bit and get that joint moving. Now to the floor, some walkouts and back up. Be sure that as you're coming out, you're holding your belly tight, supporting your lower back into that plank. This is regular pace right now. This is not slowed down or sped up. So you go at a pace that's comfortable for you. Down into that plank where your shoulders end above your elbows and wrists. And then to your knees for a modified push-up. Engaging the chest a little bit more. Again, belly's tight. A few more here. And then into a shoulder tap. A little shift side to side with your weight. Hips stay square to the floor. And now a modified bird dog in a plank position, so you're reaching out in front. Your head and neck are neutral. A little bit of a stretch there. A little bit of mobility work. Over to the other side. Be sure that when you do that stretch with your arm across your chest, that shoulder stays down. It doesn't sneak up towards your ear. And now into kind of a crab position. You can hold here for a moment and then release down and come back up. Play around with this a little bit to feel the difference in how that engages your triceps. You can shift your hips towards your feet a little bit more. Move your arms around. Really starting to engage the shoulder blade, all of the rotator cuff muscles. Be sure that your shoulders stay down away from your ears in that position. And then up into a bent over row. I do not have resistance here. This is just body weight to really get those shoulder blades squeezed back and feel those muscles starting to warm up. And then into some I, Y, and T. Straight out for T, angled for Y, and straight up for I. This is really great for shoulder mobility and for rotator cuff. You need all of those little muscles firing really well to support the shoulder capsule in all upper body movements. Your belly is tight here, supporting your lower back as you're bent over. And then just a little bit more shoulder blade and rotator cuff movements. You can see my shoulder blades moving back and forth there. pushing my hands out as wide as I can into external rotation. And then arms up for arm circles. Again, shoulder blades are staying back and down. Changing directions. Starting to get that little burn in the shoulders. Yeah, here you go. Have a good workout.